Minnie, you wanna get some cucumber with me? Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We're gonna start today with another round of taking some cucumbers from our garden bed. As you can see, just a couple days ago we took like 3 or 4, and now we have one, and wow, another one like this, two. Yeah, a number of them today. So we probably would have like 5 or 6 of them. Our white flowers are also flowering, so you can see some of that. A tomato is growing tall, but we're yet to see fruits on it. We use our own tomatoes, seeds from those tomatoes to plant these trees, so I don't know how good or bad they would be. Um, but we are hoping that we get at least a few tomatoes, but let's see, only time will tell. With that, let's get into today. And today we're going to also cover part 3 of our pregnancy journey, so be sure to hang around for that. Look at that one, pretty big. So all right, it's a pretty big one. Okay, so we have 5, like 4 big ones and a small one, and there are several more flowers that are probably going to be ready in a week or so. Let's see how smart Beanie is. Can you sit him down, pup? Good boy. Okay, all right, it's going to be a trick to play dead. Oh, he's just grabbing the gun. You're supposed to die, okay? You're not supposed to take my gun. Down. Bish. Sitting down. Sitting down. Okay. Bish. Sitting down. Sitting down. Bish. Oh, Beanie's dead. Good boy. Look at these birds. They're eating my blueberry. And I'm letting them because I like them. They're cute. And Beanie's also letting them. Right, Beanie? It's so green and blue and
vibrant.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It is nice and sunny, and we're hanging around our blueberry bush, trying to eat some directly. Just love it. Look at these. So pretty and so tasty. Want to get some?
On that.
Do you want some? All right, so time for the third part of the pregnancy journey story. So at this point, the OBGYN had given us a date for C-section, and that's because the baby was in breech position. That was July 25th. So time was ticking and we were waiting for the day, and each day we were just kind of counting, like, how many days are left now, how many days are left now. So what is it, T minus what?
7, 6 kind of.
T minus 6 days.
Yeah.
I'm getting closer and closer. Although we're getting closer, we were still very active. Shreya was very active, continued to do what we were doing, but she was getting increasingly uncomfortable each day that we were getting close to the scheduled date for the delivery. Now in that time, we actually went and checked out where the baby was going to be delivered. That way we know exactly where to go. And it was I think the final scan happened maybe 4 weeks before the C-section was scheduled, and the doctor said everything looked good and said congratulations, you are almost through the journey and the baby can come anytime. So at this point it was just a waiting game. So the morning of July 20th, actually let me go back a night before. So July 19th is when Shreya, felt really uncomfortable overnight, and in the morning on July 20th she was not very happy. She was like, hey, the night was super uncomfortable, slight pain in her stomach, and just generally couldn't get to sleep at all, and just wasn't very good experience for her at that night. And in the morning we woke up, and then we made some breakfast, and I think around 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock is when she and I are standing at the kitchen, just grabbing a breakfast or something, and then all of a sudden she says, hey, I think my water broke. And we're like, what? And all of a sudden we are in a whole different I wouldn't say a panic, but definitely a version of that. Something we were expecting in some way, because the baby could have come anytime at this point. So not surprised, but definitely in a rush, right? So she goes up in the bathroom, and I already had saved the nurse's number that the doctor had given us, and we called the nurse, and hey, and we explained to the nurse, like, this is what is happening, and nurse says, come as soon as you can. So we planned the whole thing like in months in advance. Like, we had our bags packed with some of the necessary things, like our clothes, and and then we are grabbing some of the last minute things like phone chargers and our iPads and phones, some small things at that time. And Shreya is getting ready at the same time, and within maybe I would say 15-20 minutes we were in our car headed to the hospital. Shreya, how many days left?
0. We are here. What time is it?
We arrived at the hospital around 11 o'clock, and then we were put in a different unit where the nurse was monitoring Shreya's contractions, and she was having a lot of contractions at this point. They were also monitoring baby. So from 9 o'clock is when she had her last breakfast. In a C-section or any surgery where you need anesthesia, your stomach needs to be empty. You have to wait 8 hours for the food that you ate last time to be digested. Since we didn't know and couldn't plan for this, that was not the case here. So the doctor visited us, and the anesthesiologist visited us, and she was like, you gotta wait. And she was having crazy contractions at this point, and so she and we are waiting, and they were like, okay, maybe it's 3 o'clock is approximately when we can take you in. So it's 3 o'clock now, and we are still waiting. All of a sudden they had another emergency surgery that needed to happen, and our wait got even longer. At around 6 o'clock we actually went into the operations theater. The nurse and all the support staff we had around us, they were really nice people, really helpful. We just couldn't wait any longer at this point. Yeah, we went in the operating room around 6 o'clock. She got
Spinal anesthesia, which did not work, so then I got epidural.
Yeah, so she got the epidural, and within 15 minutes they had already taken the baby out. So 6:15 is when the baby was born. Again, like Shreya was under I wouldn't say pain, but I'm sure your body goes through a lot when you are literally cut open. I could see that in her face, or in her eyes, and I'm sitting right beside her in the operations room. And then they take the baby out. The first thing that I think of is like, is baby okay? Is everything looks normal? Is he breathing? And the baby was fine. And I'm just trying to kind of take him in my lap and show it to Shreya, and Shreya is still, I think, either processing or somewhat overwhelmed, I would say, with the whole thing that was going on. But the baby was good, and around 7:30 or so is when they shifted us to another care room where they weighed the baby, and we were getting, Shreya was giving body to body with the baby, and
they're gonna help you breastfeed probably
was
again
trying
in like an
to
hour. So
feed the baby. It was just amazing, the whole experience. I just he was so tiny, like I could not even believe how small he was. When they were trying to weigh him, he was just so small. But finally, baby and us were shifted to a different room. Yeah, it's okay. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, good boy. Calm down. Where Shreya started recovering. So we stayed there for so this is Sunday night. We stayed there Sunday night. We stayed there Monday night. And Tuesday evening is when we finally were released to go home. Shreya and I just had a baby a couple days ago on 20th. He was due on 25th, but he decided to come in, early. So we're finally getting out of the hospital. And we're gonna take the baby home. Here's the car seat. I'm gonna go get my wife and the baby home. And then we came home with the baby.
Hi.
There's the baby.
We have a baby. We have a baby. Keep forgetting.
So that is pretty much the whole kind of last part of our pregnancy journey, and also that's where the next series of episodes. So if you go back to episode 1, the whole journey starts from there back again. If you're still here, thank you for watching and tagging along. We're gonna get into our day and do some more fun stuff. Ivy was here listening to us the whole time. Right, Ivy? Such a good girl. She loves soaking some sun anytime she gets a chance. When she overheats, then she would go inside the home. So we are back at the dog park now, just about wrapping up the day. I hope you enjoyed the story, and with that we're gonna end the day and the episode. Have a good night. We'll catch you in the next episode. Please do leave a comment, like the video, and also subscribe so I can keep doing this. Thank you.